Captain Alex stepped off the space shuttle, his heart racing with excitement. The air was filled with the sounds of chatter and laughter. He looked around the busy spaceport. It was a melting pot of different aliens and humans, all coming and going. Bright colors flashed everywhere, neon signs, glowing outfits, and strange foods being sold at stalls. Alex felt alive in this vibrant place. As he walked through the crowd, he noticed a group of aliens gathered near a market stall. They were laughing and pointing at something. Curious, he made his way over. That's when he saw her, Zara. She stood out from the rest. Zara was tall and graceful, with shimmering skin that changed colors in the light. Her large eyes sparkled with curiosity and warmth. But what caught Alex's attention the most was the strange thing below her waist. It was long and looked like a beautiful, flowing ribbon of colors, moving as if it had a life of its own. Alex had never seen anything like it before. Zara caught Alex staring and smiled. Her smile was bright and inviting. Feeling a bit shy, he stepped closer and introduced himself. "Hi, I'm Captain Alex. I come from Earth," he said, trying to sound confident. "Hello, Alex. I'm Zara," she replied, her voice smooth and melodic. "I'm from the planet Valoria. You must be new here." "Yes, I am," Alex said, his eyes still drawn to her unique feature. "What is that thing below your waist?" Zara laughed, a sound that made Alex's heart flutter. It's called a scifistory. It is very important to my people. It helps us in many ways." "Really? Like how?" Alex asked, intrigued. Zara took a step closer, her eyes twinkling with excitement. "In my culture, the scifistory is used for communication. It shows our emotions. When I'm happy, it dances in bright colors. When I'm sad, it becomes dull. It is also a symbol of beauty and strength in my people." Alex was amazed. "That's incredible. We don't have anything like that on Earth. Our emotions are just, well, in our faces, I guess." He chuckled, feeling a connection with her. Zara smiled wider. "You humans are interesting. Tell me more about your world." As they began to talk, Alex learned about Valoria, a planet full of lush forests and vibrant creatures. Zara told him how her people lived in harmony with nature and used their abilities to help the environment. Alex shared stories of Earth's advancements, technology, space travel, and the challenges humans faced. The more they talked, the more Alex felt drawn to Zara. Her passion for her culture was contagious. He found himself laughing and enjoying the conversation, forgetting the hustle and bustle of the spaceport around them. Suddenly, a loud crash interrupted their moment. A group of rough-looking aliens burst into the market area, causing panic. They shouted and pushed people aside, searching for something. Alex's heart raced as he instinctively stepped in front of Zara, ready to protect her. "Stay behind me," he said, feeling the adrenaline surge through him. Zara looked at him, her eyes wide. "What are they doing?" "I don't know, but we have to get out of here," Alex shouted. He grabbed her hand, and together they weaved through the crowd. As they ran, Alex couldn't help but notice how Zara's scifistory moved with grace, almost as if it was guiding them. They dashed into a narrow alley, trying to catch their breath. Zara looked scared, but also impressed. "You're brave, Alex. Not many would step in front of danger like that." "I couldn't let anything happen to you," he replied, feeling a sense of protectiveness wash over him. Suddenly, the bad aliens appeared at the entrance of the alley, blocking their escape. They looked menacing, and Alex felt a wave of fear. He glanced at Zara, who seemed calm despite the danger. "What should we do?" he asked, his heart pounding. Zara's expression changed. She looked determined. "We need to fight back. My people have skills you've never seen. Just follow my lead." Alex nodded, trusting her. He realized that their meeting was no accident. They were meant to cross paths in this vast universe. As they prepared to face the unknown together, he felt a rush of hope. Whatever happened next, they would face it side by side, learning about each other. After escaping the alley, Alex and Zara found a quiet place behind a large spaceship. The loud shouts of the bad aliens faded into the distance. They leaned against the cool metal, both trying to catch their breath. Zara looked at Alex with bright eyes. "You were amazing back there. You really stood up to them." Alex shrugged, still feeling the adrenaline. "I just did what anyone would do. I couldn't let them take you." Zara smiled, her seraphis shimmering in colors that danced in the light. "Thank you, Alex. Your bravery is rare among humans. It's refreshing." Feeling a little shy, Alex smiled back. "I guess we all have our strengths. So tell me more about your planet, Valoria." Zara nodded eagerly. "Valoria is beautiful. Our skies are always a bright shade of blue, and the trees are tall and filled with colorful flowers. My people live in harmony with nature. We respect all life, and our homes blend into the landscape." "Sounds amazing," Alex said, his eyes wide with wonder. "What about your culture? What do you like to do for fun?" Zara's face lit up. "We love to dance and sing. Our dances tell stories of our history and dreams. We also have festivals to celebrate the changing seasons. Everyone comes together to share food, music, and laughter." "I'd love to see that," Alex replied. "We have festivals on Earth too, but they are very different. We celebrate holidays with fireworks and music, but it can get noisy and crowded." Zara tilted her head, curious. "What are holidays?" Alex thought for a moment. "They are special days when we remember important events or celebrate something good. For example, we have a holiday called Thanksgiving, where families come together to share a big meal and give thanks for what they have." "That sounds lovely," Zara said, her eyes shining. "We have something similar, where we thank the Great Spirit for our blessings. It's a time for family and friends." As they talked, they learned more about each other's lives. Alex shared stories about his childhood on Earth, playing games with friends and dreaming of space travel. Zara listened intently, fascinated by his adventures. "My family used to go camping in the mountains," Alex said. "We would sit around the fire and tell stories under the stars. It felt like the universe was right there with us." "Camping? What is that?" Zara asked, tilting her head in confusion. "It's when you sleep outside, usually in tents. You connect with nature and enjoy the peace of the outdoors," Alex explained. Zara smiled, her seraphis glimmering. "I think I would love camping. On Valoria, we spend nights under the stars too. We tell stories and listen to the sounds of the forest." Their conversation flowed easily, filled with laughter and shared stories. Alex felt comfortable with Zara, like he had known her for a long time. He was fascinated by her gentle spirit and the way she viewed the world. "Tell me more about your seraphis," Alex said, glancing at the colorful appendage. "It's really beautiful." Zara looked down, her expression changing to one of pride. "Thank you. The seraphis is a part of who I am. It helps me express my feelings. When I'm happy, it dances in bright colors. When I'm sad, it becomes dull. It's like a mirror to my emotions. That's incredible. On Earth, we don't have anything like that," Alex said, amazed. "We show our feelings with words or facial expressions, but your seraphis is like a living art." Zara laughed, her voice like music. "You humans are very expressive too. I have seen it in your eyes. You can be fierce and loving at the same time." Alex felt a warmth in his chest. "Thanks, Zora. I guess we all have our own ways of showing who we are." As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow around them, Zara spoke softly. "I am glad we met, Alex. You make me feel safe. It's rare to find someone who understands." "I feel the same way," Alex replied, looking into her eyes. "It's nice to talk to someone who isn't afraid of differences. It makes the universe feel smaller." Zara nodded, her seraphis glowing brighter. "Together, We can learn so much. Our worlds are different, but we can find common ground." With that, they sat together in comfortable silence, watching the stars begin to twinkle in the night sky. Alex thought about how strange and wonderful it was to meet someone like Zara in such an unexpected way. In that moment, he realized that their connection was more than just curiosity. It was a bond that could change everything. Whatever happened next, they would face it together, learning from each other every step of the way. Trouble strikes. As the stars twinkled above, Alex and Zara sat in a quiet space behind the spaceship, enjoying their newfound friendship. They shared stories and dreams, feeling safe in each other's company. However, the peaceful moment would not last long. Suddenly, loud noises echoed through the spaceport. Shouts and screams filled the air, breaking the calm night. Alex and Zara exchanged worried glances. "What's happening?" Zara asked, her eyes wide with fear. "I don't know, but it sounds serious," Alex replied, feeling a knot of anxiety in his stomach. "We should check it out." Cautiously, they peeked around the corner of the spaceship. What they saw made their hearts race. A group of rough-looking aliens was causing chaos, pushing people aside and grabbing whatever they could find. Their voices were harsh and angry, and it was clear they were looking for something or someone. "Those are the same aliens from before," Zara whispered urgently. "They are back." Alex felt a wave of fear wash over him. "We need to get away from here, fast." But as they tried to move back, a loud crash rang out. The aliens had spotted them. They pointed, yelling in their strange language. Alex's heart raced as he realized they were now targets. "Run," he shouted, grabbing Zora's hand. They dashed away from the spaceship, weaving through the crowd as panic spread like wildfire. People screamed and scattered in every direction, trying to escape the chaos. Zara ran fast, her seraphis flowing behind her like a colorful tail. Alex couldn't help but admire how graceful she was, even in the midst of danger. They dodged stalls and barriers, looking for a safe place to hide. "Where do we go?" Alex panted, glancing back at the angry aliens who were hot on their trail. "Follow me," Zara urged, leading him into a narrow alleyway. It was dark and quiet, a stark contrast to the chaos outside. They stopped for a moment, breathing heavily. "We can't stay here for long," Alex said, trying to think quickly. "What do they want with you?" Zara's face turned serious. "I believe they want to capture me because of my abilities. They think they can use me to gain power." Alex felt a rush of anger. "That's not fair. We can't let them take you." Zara nodded, determination filling her eyes. "We must find a way to fight back. My people are strong. We have skills they do not expect." "Okay, but how?" Alex asked, looking around for anything they could use as a weapon or tool. Just then, they heard footsteps approaching. The bad aliens were searching for them. Alex's heart raced again. "We have to keep moving." Zora looked around and spotted a small door at the end of the alley. "There, we can hide inside." They quickly made their way to the door and slipped inside. It was a dimly lit storage room filled with old crates and broken equipment. Zara and Alex crouched behind a stack of crates, trying to stay quiet. "I hope they don't find us," Alex whispered, his heart pounding in his chest. "I think we'll be safe here for now," Zora replied, her seraphis dimming in color as she focused on listening for the aliens. Moments later, they heard the aliens outside the door. Their voices were loud and angry as they searched for Zara. "Where is she? She couldn't have gone far," one alien shouted. "I can smell her. She must be hiding nearby," another replied. Alex felt a chill run down his spine. "They can smell you." "Yes," Zara said quietly. "They have strong senses. We must be careful." The aliens searched the alley, their voices growing closer. Alex and Zara held their breath, hoping they wouldn't be discovered. Zara's seraphis wrapped around her waist, reflecting her tension. "Do you have a plan?" Alex whispered, glancing at Zara. She nodded slowly. If they find us, I will use my abilities to fight back. But we need to be smart about this. We can't let them catch us off guard. Just then, one of the aliens opened the door and stepped inside. Alex's heart dropped as he quickly pulled Zara behind the crates. They watched as the alien looked around confused. "Where are you hiding, little girl?" The alien growled, his eyes scanning the room. Alex felt a surge of fear. They had to act quickly. He glanced at Zara, who nodded, ready to take action. They were determined not to let fear take control. "On the count of 3, we run," Zara whispered. Alex held his breath, counting in his mind. 1, 2, 3. They burst from behind the crates, sprinting toward the door. The alien turned in shock, but Zara was faster. She leaped out, her serifice glowing with energy. The alien stumbled back, momentarily confused by her unexpected attack. "Go, Alex," Zara shouted, pushing him toward the exit. They dashed out of the room, running back into the chaos of the spaceport. The sounds of panic surrounded them, but they felt a renewed sense of determination. They would face whatever came next together. A plan to escape. Alex and Zara burst out of the storage room, adrenaline pumping through their veins. The noise of the spaceport hit them like a wave. People were still running, trying to escape the chaos caused by the bad aliens. Alex felt a surge of panic, but quickly focused on Zara. "Where do we go now?" he asked, looking around for a safe path. Zara's serifice glowed softly, reflecting her determination. "We need to find a ship. If we can get away from here, we can plan our next move." "Right. Let's head to the docking bay," Alex replied, trying to sound confident. He remembered seeing signs for the docking bay when they first arrived. Together, they weaved through the crowd, staying low to avoid being spotted. The bad aliens were still searching, and Alex could see them pushing through the frightened people. They had to be careful. As they ran, Alex noticed a small group of humans standing near a ship, looking confused. "Maybe they know something," he said, leading Zara toward them. "Hey," Alex called out. The group turned, their faces filled with worry. "What's going on?" One of them asked. "Are you two okay?" "We need to escape," Zara said urgently. "The aliens are after us." The humans exchanged glances, realizing the seriousness of the situation. "We saw them too. They're causing chaos everywhere," said a tall man with a worried expression. "We can help you find a ship," another person added, "but we have to hurry." Alex felt a rush of hope. "Thank you. We need to get out of here fast." The group quickly moved toward the nearest docking bay. As they ran, Alex noticed how Zara's serifice changed colors, shifting from soft blue to bright red. It was as if it sensed the danger around them. "Zara, your serifice is glowing. What does that mean?" Alex asked, trying to keep pace with her. "It means I'm feeling anxious," she replied, glancing back at the aliens who were still searching for them. "But I also feel ready to fight if necessary." They reached the docking bay, a large area filled with ships of all shapes and sizes. The group hurried to a small ship that looked old but still functional. "Is this one okay?" Alex asked, inspecting the ship. "It should work. We just need to get inside and power it up," said the tall man. They climbed on board quickly. As they settled in, Zara took the pilot's seat, while Alex helped the others find their places. "Everyone, buckle up," he called out. "We might need to leave quickly." The others followed his instructions, their faces tense with fear. Zara focused on the controls, her fingers flying over the buttons and screens. "I've never flown a human ship before," she admitted, her voice steady despite the pressure. "But I will do my best." "Just do what you can," Alex encouraged, trying to keep everyone calm. "We trust you." Suddenly, the ship shook as the door to the docking bay crashed open. The bad aliens rushed in, their angry voices echoing through the spaceport. "There they are. Get them," One of the aliens shouted. "Zara, hurry!" Alex yelled, his heart racing. Zara's eyes narrowed with determination. She pressed buttons and pulled levers, trying to power up the ship. "I'm working as fast as I can," she replied, her focus sharp. The ship's engines sputtered to life, and the lights flickered. Come on," Alex urged, glancing back at the aliens who were getting closer. "Almost there," Zara said, her fingers flying over the controls. With one final push, the engines roared to life, filling the cabin with a powerful hum. "We're ready," Zara shouted. "Let's go," Alex yelled, grabbing the controls beside her. He could see the aliens rushing toward them, and they had to escape now. Zara guided the ship out of the docking bay, and Alex took a deep breath. The ship shot forward, narrowly avoiding the angry aliens. They could hear the shouts behind them as they soared into the sky. "Keep going," Alex urged, looking out at the stars ahead. "We need to get as far away from here as possible." Zara focused on flying, her expression serious. "I'll try to find a safe place to land." As they flew, the group began to relax, knowing they had escaped the immediate danger. Alex felt a wave of relief wash over him. They had done it. "Thank you, everyone," Alex said, looking around at the others. "We couldn't have made it without your help." The tall man smiled. "We all worked together. That's what matters." Zara's Seraphis began to glow softly again, calming now that they were away from the chaos. She glanced at Alex, her eyes bright with gratitude. "You were very brave, Alex. I am glad we are safe." Alex smiled back, feeling a warm feeling in his chest. "We make a good team." With a sense of hope and unity, they continued their journey through the stars, ready to face whatever came next. Together, they were stronger, and their friendship was just beginning. The adventure continues. As the ship soared through the vastness of space, Alex felt a mix of excitement and fear. They had escaped the chaos at the spaceport, but now they faced the unknown. Zara focused on the controls, her Seraphis glowing softly, a sign of her calmness. "We need to decide where to go next," Zara said, glancing at Alex. "Do you have any ideas?" Alex thought for a moment. "What about finding a safe planet where we can rest and plan our next move? I've heard stories of a place called New Earth. It's supposed to be peaceful." Zara's eyes lit up. "That sounds perfect. I've heard about New Earth too. It's known for its beautiful landscapes and friendly people." "Let's head there then," Alex replied, feeling hopeful. "How long will it take to get there?" Zara checked the ship's navigation system. "If we go at full speed, we should arrive in a few hours. But we need to be careful. The bad aliens might still be looking for us." Alex nodded, knowing she was right. "We should take turns keeping watch. I can take the first shift." "Good idea," Zara agreed, adjusting the ship's course. "I will rest for a bit. Call me if you see anything unusual." With that, Zara leaned back in her seat, closing her eyes. Alex watched her for a moment, admiring how peaceful she looked. He felt a strong connection with her, and he knew they would face whatever came next together. As the ship glided through the stars, Alex kept his eyes on the control panel and the view outside. He marveled at the beauty of space, with its countless stars shining brightly against the dark background. It felt surreal to be on an adventure with Zara, a being from another world. After a while, Alex noticed a flicker on the ship's radar. His heart raced. "Zara, wake up. I think I see something." Zara's eyes shot open, and she quickly sat up. "What do you see?" "I'm not sure," Alex replied, pointing at the radar. "It looks like there are ships nearby. We might not be alone." Zara focused on the display, her expression serious. "We need to be cautious. If those ships belong to the bad aliens, we could be in danger." Alex's pulse quickened as they scanned the stars. Suddenly, a ship emerged from the shadows, approaching quickly. It was sleek and menacing, with dark colors that blended into the night. "It's them," Zora exclaimed, her voice tense. "They found us. Get ready to move." Alex shouted, adrenaline surging through him. "Can you outrun them?" Zora's fingers flew over the controls. "I'll do my best. Hold on." The ship jolted forward as Zora accelerated. They could hear the engines of the pursuing ship revving up behind them. Alex's heart raced as he felt the weight of the moment. "Turn left. We can use that asteroid field as cover," he shouted, pointing out a cluster of asteroids nearby. "Great idea," Zora replied, steering the ship sharply. They zoomed into the field, dodging the floating rocks as they tried to lose their pursuers. The ship shook as they navigated through the narrow gaps, and Alex held on tightly. "Stay close to the asteroids," Zora called out, her focus sharp. "If we can make them lose sight of us, we might have a chance." Alex could see the enemy ship entering the asteroid field, its searchlights flickering as it tried to find them. They were close, but Zora was skilled. She maneuvered their ship expertly, slipping between the larger asteroids with grace. Suddenly, a loud bang echoed through the cabin. "What was that?" Alex yelled, looking around in alarm. "I think they hit us," Zora shouted back. "We need to keep going." Alex's heart sank. He glanced at the control panel and saw warning lights flashing. "We might lose power. We have to find a safe place to land." "Look," Zora pointed ahead. "There's a small planet up ahead. We can land there." Alex squinted out the window. "Let's do it. We don't have much time." Zora adjusted the ship's course, aiming for the planet. The enemy ship was still behind them, but they were gaining ground. The surface of the planet grew closer, and Alex could see trees and mountains. "Prepare for landing," Zora called, her voice steady. "We need to make this quick." The ship shook violently as they entered the atmosphere. Alex gripped the seat, his heart pounding. "We can do this." With a final burst of speed, Zora landed the ship on a grassy area surrounded by trees. They quickly unbuckled their seatbelts and sprang into action. "Get out," Alex urged, glancing back at the pursuing ship that was now circling above. Zora nodded, her serifice glowing with determination. "We need to hide the ship. Follow me." They rushed away from the ship, moving into the thick trees. Alex felt the ground beneath him as they ran, the sounds of the enemy ship echoing in the distance. "Where should we go?" Alex asked, breathless. "Over there." Zora pointed to a large rock formation ahead. "We can hide behind it." They dashed toward the rocks, pressing themselves against the cool surface. The ship above continued to search, its lights scanning the area. "We have to stay quiet," Zora whispered, her eyes focused on the sky. As they crouched behind the rocks, Alex realized this was just the beginning of their adventure. They had escaped danger for now, but they still had to find a way to defeat the aliens and protect each other. Together, they would figure it out, and Alex felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Facing the enemies. As Alex and Zora crouched behind the rock formation, the sounds of the enemy ship filled the air. The engine roared above them, and the bright searchlights scanned the area, casting long shadows across the ground. Alex could feel his heart pounding in his chest. They were in danger again, but this time, they had to stand strong. "Zora, what's the plan?" Alex whispered, peering around the rock. "We can't just hide here forever." Zora took a deep breath, her serifice glowing softly. "We need to outsmart them. If they find us, we must be ready to fight back." Alex nodded, feeling the weight of her words. "But how? We're outnumbered and outgunned." "True," Zora replied, her eyes narrowing with determination. "But I have an idea. I can use my abilities to create a distraction. When they come looking for us, we can ambush them." Alex felt a spark of hope. That could work. "What do you need me to do?" Zora explained her plan quickly. "I will make a loud noise away from here to draw their attention. You can hide and wait for the right moment to surprise them." "Got it," Alex said, feeling excited. "Let's do this." Zora closed her eyes, focusing her energy. Alex watched as her seraphis shimmered, changing colors from soft blue to a bright green. He felt a rush of warmth as her power grew. With a sudden burst, Zara released her energy. A loud explosion of sound erupted from a nearby tree, echoing through the forest. It was a noise like thunder, and it startled the birds into flight. "Now," Zora said, urging Alex to move. They quickly crept away from the rock formation, making their way toward the sound. As they reached the edge of the clearing, they could see the enemy ship circling above. The aliens, confused by the noise, were shouting to each other. What was that? One of them yelled, looking toward the sound. "Check it out. We need to find them." Another shouted, pointing in the direction of the distraction. Alex glanced at Zara, who nodded. "Now's our chance." They rushed back toward their ship, moving silently. The aliens were focused on the noise, giving them the perfect opportunity to strike. Once they reached the ship, Alex quickly grabbed a metal pipe lying on the ground. It was heavy but felt solid in his hands. "I'll use this," he said, feeling ready to fight. "Good. I'll use my seraphis," Zora replied, her eyes filled with determination. "We have to be fast." They waited, hearts racing, as the aliens approached. The ship landed a short distance away, and the bad aliens stepped out, their faces twisted with anger and confusion. "Split up. Surround the area," one of the aliens commanded, waving his arms. "Get ready." Alex whispered to Zora. As the aliens moved closer, Alex could feel his body tense. He knew they had to make their move before it was too late. "Now," Zora shouted, and they both sprang into action. Alex charged toward the nearest alien, swinging the metal pipe with all his strength. The alien was caught off guard and stumbled back. "What?" he yelled in surprise. At the same time, Zara focused her energy, sending a wave of her seraphis toward another alien. It struck him with a bright flash, knocking him to the ground. "Keep going," Alex shouted, feeling a surge of adrenaline. They had the element of surprise, and he knew they couldn't waste it. The remaining aliens quickly regrouped, shouting at each other in panic. "Get them. Don't let them escape," one of them yelled. Alex swung the pipe again, hitting another alien on the arm. "We can do this," he encouraged Zora, his heart pounding with excitement. Zara nodded, her seraphis glowing brighter than ever. She sent more energy toward the aliens, creating a shield around them. "We're stronger together," she shouted. The aliens were growing desperate, trying to fight back. One alien lunged at Alex, but he ducked just in time. He swung the pipe again, hitting the alien in the leg. The alien fell to the ground, howling in pain. "Keep moving," Zora urged, pushing forward. They fought fiercely, working as a team. Alex felt a rush of courage as he faced the enemies, knowing Zora was beside him. Together, they fought back against the bad aliens, refusing to let fear control them. As the battle raged on, more and more aliens fell to the ground, either stunned by Zora's energy or overpowered by Alex's strength. The remaining enemies began to retreat, realizing they were no match for the brave duo. "Let's finish this," Alex shouted, feeling the thrill of victory. He charged toward the last alien, swinging the pipe with determination. With one final blow, the alien fell to the ground, defeated. Alex and Zara stood together, breathing heavily, their bodies buzzing with energy. "We did it," Alex exclaimed, looking at Zara with pride. "We faced them together." Zara smiled, her seraphis glowing softly once more. "Yes, we did. We showed them that we are not afraid." As the sun began to set over the strange planet, Alex and Zara stood victorious. They had faced their enemies and won, proving their strength and courage. The adventure was far from over, but together they were ready to face whatever came next. New friendships. After their victory over the bad aliens, Alex and Zara stood in the fading light of the strange planet, their hearts filled with relief and triumph. They had faced danger together and come out stronger. But now, they had more work to do. They needed to ensure they were safe and find a place to rest. "We should check the area for any more aliens," Alex suggested, looking around the forest. The trees swayed gently in the evening breeze, and the sounds of nature began to fill the air. Zara nodded, her Seraphis glowing softly beside her. "Let's be cautious. There could still be enemies hiding nearby." They moved carefully through the trees, scanning for any signs of danger. As they walked, Alex felt a sense of calm wash over him. They had fought hard, and now it felt good to explore this new world. The vibrant colors of the plants and the sounds of birds filled him with wonder. "Look at that!" Zara exclaimed, pointing at a small creature darting between the bushes. It had bright green fur and big, curious eyes. "I've never seen anything like it." Alex smiled. "It's amazing. This planet is full of life. I wonder what other creatures we'll find." Just then, they heard a noise coming from a nearby clearing. Curious, they approached cautiously. As they peeked through the trees, they saw a group of beings gathered around a fire. They looked different from the bad aliens, with friendly faces and bright clothing. "Who are they?" Alex whispered, glancing at Zara. "I'm not sure," she replied. "But they don't look hostile. Let's go and talk to them." With a shared look of determination, they stepped out from the trees and approached the group. The beings noticed them and turned, their faces lighting up with smiles. "Welcome, travelers," one of the beings said, stepping forward. She had blue skin and long, flowing hair. "I am Lyra, the leader of this group. Who are you?" "I'm Alex, and this is Zara." Alex replied, feeling a sense of relief. "We just escaped from some bad aliens. We need a safe place to rest." Lyra's expression changed to one of concern. "Bad aliens? We have heard of them. They have caused trouble for many. You are safe here with us." Zara felt a wave of gratitude. "Thank you. We appreciate your kindness." Lyra smiled warmly. "Come, sit by the fire. We will share food and stories. You can tell us more about your adventure." Alex and Zara followed Lyra to the fire, where they met more of her friends. Each being had a unique appearance, with different colors and shapes, but they all shared a friendly vibe. They sat down, feeling welcomed and safe for the first time since their escape. As they ate, Lyra listened to their story. Alex told them about the spaceport, the chaos, and their fight against the aliens. Zara shared her experiences, explaining how her Seraphis helped them during the battle. The other beings listened intently, their eyes wide with amazement. "You are both very brave," one of them said. "To face such danger and survive is incredible." Zora blushed, her Seraphis glowing softly in response to the praise. "We just did what we had to do to stay safe." After they finished eating, Lyra stood up and looked around at her friends. "We have an idea. Since you have helped us by defeating those bad aliens, we want to help you too." Alex and Zara exchanged glances, intrigued. "How can you help us?" Alex asked. "We know this planet well," Lyra explained. "We can show you safe places to explore, and we can help you find allies against the bad aliens. Together, we can make sure they do not return." Zara felt a spark of hope. "That would be amazing. We would love your help." "Great," Lyra said, clapping her hands together. "Let's start tomorrow. For now, you should rest. You have been through a lot." Alex and Zara were grateful for the warmth of the fire and the kindness of their new friends. They spent the evening talking and laughing, sharing stories of their homes and dreams. Alex felt a sense of belonging he hadn't felt in a long time. As the stars twinkled in the night sky, Zara leaned closer to Alex. "I'm glad we met them," she whispered. "It feels good to have friends who understand." "Me too," Alex replied, smiling. I never expected this adventure to lead us here. The night passed quickly, filled with laughter and new friendships. Alex and Zara felt safe and hopeful for the future. They had faced challenges, but now they were part of a community that would stand together against the bad aliens. The next morning, they woke up to the sound of birds singing and the sun shining through the trees. Lyra was already up, preparing breakfast for everyone. "Good morning," she called out cheerfully. "Today, we will begin our adventure together." Alex and Zara exchanged excited glances. They were ready for whatever came next. With new friends by their side, they felt stronger than ever. Together, they would explore the planet, learn from each other, and face any challenges ahead. As they gathered around the fire, Alex realized this was more than just an adventure. It was a chance to build friendships that would last a lifetime. He knew that no matter what happened, they would face it together, united by their courage and the bonds they had formed. With hope in their hearts and smiles on their faces, Alex, Zara, and their new friends set off into the bright day, ready to embrace the adventures that awaited them.